Hi, my dear listeners. Welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. In this episode, I want to tell you why is learning English important for you, how to learn English in the year 2025. The first topic is why learning English is important for you. Learning English is an international language that is important because the whole world want to because you can communicate with the whole world. Wait, people, we have to increase volume. I have to now is volume of monitoring better, and we can continue. We can start again. Why is learning English important for you? It will be fun. English is an international language that can connect people from the whole world. You can talk with everyone in the whole world. You can at first you can have better job because English is an international business language number one. The whole world, the whole business world speaks English. Wait a minute, we have some problems, but everything is working. It has to be fun, of course. English is an international language. English is a number one business language. In every company you need good English. You can have better job for the better salary. And the next topic is you can connect with other people from the world. You can meet a lot of new people. You can visit a lot of foreign countries. You can live without language barriers. We have problems some. I don't know if everything works or not. We have problems with the internet, but who cares? We can continue. Where I stopped? Of course. Thanks to learning English, you can live without language barriers. That means that you can visit foreign countries. You can meet a lot of new people because the whole world wants to speak English. Then the next topic is that you can that there are a lot of interesting English content. You can discover a big world of interesting English podcasts. There are a lot of interesting English podcasts for you. You can listening interesting English audiobooks, and you can watch movies and series in English without any problems. And wait a minute, I want to read if I something didn't. Yes, of course. I think I was talking about everything about the topic. Why is learning English important for you? I tell it again that learning English is very important for you because learning English is an international language number one. You can visit a lot of foreign countries. You can meet a lot of interesting people. You can have better job because English is a number one business language in the world. You can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to interesting English podcasts. There are a lot of interesting English podcasts about every topic, and you can listen interesting English audiobooks or books in English. And thanks to podcasting, you can create your own English podcast. Thanks to it, you can connect with the whole world. The next topic is listening. Why is listening important for you? Because learning English is a complex thing. There are a few topics, and there are how to learn English. Every topic is very important. The first is listening, the second is speaking, the third is vocabulary, the fourth is reading, and the last is writing. At first, I want to tell you something about the listening. Listening is very important for you because you have to listen natural English language, how it's spoken. And the best thing how to do it is you can listen a lot of free English podcasts. There are a lot of free English podcasts about every topic. You can find your own topic and listen it. You can listen English podcast while you can do something different at home. I'll do it. I like to do homework while I'm listening my favorite English podcast. This is the best way how to do something at home and listen to your favorite English podcast. You can, what else? You can listen to your English podcast when you are traveling to work or to school or to home, and you can listen to in every situation. Or you can relax at home while you can listen to interesting English podcasts. I discovered a big world of English audiobooks. There is a good website. I can write you. I can recommend you some, but not here. But I can write you. You can listen to and read in the same time. And this is the best method how to practice your reading. And of course you can watch movies and series in English with subtitles. In this case you can practice your reading, but you have to watch movies and series without subtitles when you want to practice your listening. I can recommend you my favorite English podcast. The first is All Ears English Podcast. All Ears English Podcast is a free American English podcast about American English and American culture. There are teams of two English teachers, a female English teacher that are talking about learning English. There are a lot of episodes of All Ears English Podcasts. The next is SpeakEnglishPodcast.com with Georgiana. Georgiana is very beautiful and good English teacher. She does interesting free English podcasts about American English and American culture. These two English podcasts are very good for learners of English. There are for learners of English and there are about learning English. And the third is Luke's English Podcast. Luke's English Podcast is a very good free English podcast about British English and British culture. Luke Thompson is an English teacher from the UK, from London. He teaches British English with humor and fun because he is an English teacher, stand-up comedian, and very good father. He has done more than 931 free episodes of his English podcast. His every episode has at least 1 hour. Luke Thompson the Us English podcast in a natural. Luke Thompson speaks in his podcast in natural way. His English podcast is about natural British English, how it's spoken in the UK. Luke's English podcast is very funny, educational, and very interesting. I really recommend it. You can visit my website or my social media, and I will tell you more. What else? Yes, of course, I want to tell you about very good English, about very good websites that are about learning English. I recommend you to watch videos how to learn English with Výuka aj online and jazykový mentoring. I really recommend you because it's a very good idea. What else, people? I can tell you more about this. Jazykový mentoring is about learning in English. You can watch how to do it. Lydia speaks, I think, at least 8 foreign languages. I don't know, or 9. You can visit her website and you can find how to learn English. And the next is Výuka aj online with Eliška Krasna. Eliška Krasna is an Czech female English teacher from Czechia. Thanks to her videos, you can find how to learn English in a fun way. And thanks to jazykový mentoring, you can find out how to learn English in a fun way too. The next, and yes, of course, I had to tell you that listening is very important, because thanks to listening you can discover how is English language spoken in the natural way. You have to do it every day. You have to find your favorite English podcast. But I think my favorite English podcast is very good for learners of English. I really recommend you to listen to it. The next topic is speaking. Speaking is the most important method for learning English, except listening. You have to do a lot of listening and a lot of speaking. You have to practice your speaking, because without practicing you cannot speak English. Thanks to practicing your speaking, you can practice your appearance, you can trust yourself more, and thanks to practicing you can be more successful in your life. And how to practice? You can practice with yourself. This method is called self-talk. You can practice with yourself in your mind. You can practice with yourself before near the when you were looking to mirror. And my favorite method how to speak in, and yes, of course, I have to tell you that the third method is you can practice your speaking skills with your English teacher. I have my own female English teacher. Hi, my English teacher. Thanks to practicing your speaking skills with your English teacher, you can improve your English. I really improved my speaking skills thanks to my English teacher. You can have a lot of fun and with your English teacher, because my English lessons with my English teachers with my English teacher is educational, fun, and I like it, and you will like it too. I really recommend you to hire your own English teacher. And the second favorite method is you can create your own English podcast. How to do it? Because you can be creative. You can write your own fairy tales or stories in English, because you can, thanks to writing, you can improve your speaking too. But thanks to creating your own English podcast, you can do something that is very interesting. You can improve your speaking skills. You can connect with other people because you can create your own English community. Thanks to it, you can practice your speaking skills. You can socialize with other people, and you can have a lot of new friends. I really recommend you to do it. I want to find my own Peter's English podcast community, but it wasn't so easy. But it isn't so easy. I still looking for this kind of people for my new Peter's English podcast community. Wait a minute. And well, yes, of course, you can create your own English podcast about every topic. My English podcast is about learning English because I want to share with you why is learning English important for you, and how to learn English in the fun way. And I want to tell you that there are a lot of interesting English content. You don't need to watch boring TV, but you can watch or listen to something interesting in English, because 90% of internet is in English, and thanks to learning English, you can be successful in your life, and you can meet a lot of people, and you can find a future partner. Everything is possible, and I think that the socializing, thanks to learning English, is the best way how to socialize with people, how to meet new people, and how to meet a new partner. We found doing dating for 4 minutes or something like that, or to write on social media with somebody who doesn't care about you, and thanks to learning English, you can speak. You can do something that is interesting, that is something good for you. You can improve your life, and you can meet a lot of new people, and you can meet somebody. Everything is possible, and you can and thanks to listening, thanks to your own English podcast, you can do something that is very interesting, funny, and you can be creative. And about creativity, I will tell you more in the section writing. But the next topic is vocabulary. Vocabulary is the very important topic, because we found English vocabulary. You cannot speak English, but how to do it? You can improve your English vocabulary when I can tell you that there are a lot of methods how to improve your English vocabulary. The first is you can use flashcards apps. Thanks to flashcards or flashcard apps, you can learn English vocabulary in the fun way. Then you can, thanks to reading, you can find a lot of new English vocabulary in the fun way. And the next thing is I have some problems again. I hope everything is working. But yes, of course. Thanks to problems with connection, I've forgotten that you have to write the whole expressions. You can, because thanks to learning the whole expressions in English, you can learn interesting English expressions that are important for for a lot of different situations in English. because you cannot learn English vocabulary in this way that you will learn only one word. You have to learn English vocabulary in the context. What else? Yes, of course. You can earn a lot of new English vocabulary thanks to reading books. You can reading books and listen to interesting English podcasts or audiobooks in English, and thanks to it you can find a lot of new English vocabulary. You can watch movies and series and shows in English when you use English subtitles. Don't use Slovak or Czech or in another language, because you want to learn English, and thanks to English subtitles you can practice your reading and you can have a lot of new English vocabulary. The next topic is reading. I was talking about it. Thanks to reading you can have you can earn a lot of new English vocabulary, and you can improve your grammar, because you can see how English grammar works in reality. And you can read books for beginners, blogs on the internet, or you can watch movies in series in English with English subtitles. Reading is very important for you. And the last topic is writing. Writing is very important, because thanks to writing you can practice your speaking skills. You can write your own diary in English. I'm writing my own diary. You can write about your life, about your daily life. Then you can write your own stories in English. Thanks to it, you can actively use your English vocabulary, and you can improve your speaking skills and be creative. And thanks to creating your own English podcast, you can be very creative, and you can do something that is your hobby. What else? Yes, of course, and the last method is grammar. English grammar can be very boring when you use English grammar books, but I think the best method how to use it, how to learn English grammar, is with your English teacher. You can read. Practice your reading skills. You can read books, or you can watch movies and series in English, and I think that's the best way. But of course you can try English grammar books. I can tell you about my story. At first I was learning only English grammar, but I didn't know but I didn't used to know in the past that I can learn English in a fun way. I was thinking that thanks to learning English grammar I can speak English, but then thanks jazykový mentoring or Vyuka online, I discovered that you have to practice your speaking, listening, vocabulary, English grammar, and listening, speaking, vocabulary, reading, writing, and grammar, and every topic is very important for you. And then I started to watch movies and series with English subtitles. Then we found it, and I started to listen to very interesting English podcasts. And then I started to have my own English lessons with my own English teacher, and I done this English podcast because I really sure that thanks to it I can do something that is very interesting. I can do something educational for me and for everyone. I can connect with other people, and I can write my own English stories. Thanks to it I can practice my my writing and my speaking skills in English. And of course, don't very important thing is learning English is about your head. You have psychology is very important. You have to trust yourself that you can do it. Learning English is not about talent. It's about your head. You have to trust yourself that you can do it, because you can do it. And you have to find your own motivation why you want to learn English. But I think the motivation that English is an international language is the biggest motivation for you, because you can improve your life in general, or you can do something interesting thanks to your own English podcast. What else? I hope that I tell you about everything. Yes, I can tell you why is learning English important for me. I like learning English because English is my hobby. I want to live without language barriers. I want to visit foreign countries. I want to meet a lot of new people. I want to improve my life. I want to have better job. I like watching movies and series in English. I like listening to my favorite English podcasts and audiobooks in English. And I like doing my Peter's English podcast. And I like my English lessons with my English teacher. What else? I told you about listening, speaking, vocabulary, reading, writing. And I think that I tell you about psychology, how to do it. Learning you have to trust yourself that you can do it, and you can. And of course, I've forgotten. You have the best idea is that you have to do learning English every day. You don't need to do it the whole day. You can do it for 20 minutes. But when you do homework, when you traveling to work or to home, or and of course you have to that the learning English is how can I do it? How can I tell you in English? That I want to tell you that you have to how can I do it, people? That yes, of course, I want to tell you that you can find time for learning English when you have motivation for it, and I have motivation for learning English, and learning English has to be the most important thing in your life, and has to be your hobby for the whole life, because learning English is very interesting when you do it in the fun way for you, and I found my own fun way how to do it. And thank you for your listening. Thank you for watching. And of course, the last thing is, everyone can do a lot of mistakes. Learning English is not about mistakes. You can do a lot of English. You can do a lot of mistakes. That's normal that you are nervous when you practice your speaking skills in English. I'm nervous too every time when I'm doing it. But but people don't trust yourself. You have to practice speaking skills. Don't look at your English mistakes. Everyone do it. Native speaker can do a lot of grammar mistakes. Nobody will laugh when you practice it, because I'm doing it because I want to improve my English. I don't care about everyone who is talking about who laughs from my mistakes, because everyone does mistakes when you learn English. and it's normal to do a lot of grammar mistakes. It's normal to be nervous. You have there is only one method how to win against your nervosity and against your shy. You have to practice your speaking skills, and when you will do it, when you will do it every day, you can be successful in your life. Because the most important thing is practicing every topic of it, but listening and speaking is very important for you. And with this information, I want to tell you bye bye.